Today we'll be learning about the part 2 of the lesson, the busy month. So it's all about the bird feed, the different kind for different feed. Now this slide shows the feet that is modified to swim in water, and here you can see the front 3 toes and a toe that is free behind, and here the 3 toes are joined by a membrane, and let's see how this is useful for the bird to swim. Now here we can see the foot having 3 front toes joined by a fine membrane. Okay, and this fine membrane, it allows the birds to swim easily, and when this membrane is under the water pressure, it stretches and it enables the bird to paddle and propel. Okay, the right toe is shorter and free. The feet are used as paddles and propel the bird into the water. So here the important thing is to remember that these toes, the front toes are joined by a membrane, and when it is under the water pressure, it stretches and enables the bird to propel further. Now here is another slide showing to hold the tree branches. Now what we do is we hold the branch of the tree with front part with the 4 fingers, and with the back thumb we hold it to have balance. See, if we just hold with all the 5 fingers, we don't get the balance. So here it's the same case with the birds, and let's see how this is modified to help the birds. Now the perching feed. Perching means when the bird comes to rest on a branch, it needs to have some balance, isn't it? Now look here, the front toes have a sharp grip to hold it, but the hind one, it is still longer because there may be many things, and this hind toe can clasp those things and it can wrap those things, okay, so that it is very secure. Now here half of the species of the birds in the world are perching birds. They just come, they rest. See, on the wires also they sit very freely, they'll be swinging, but why can't we too? Yes, because we have legs and we are too heavy, isn't it? Now these birds have a special hind toe that clasps the back of a branch, while the front toes hold the front ones. This helps the bird perch on branches securely. Now perching birds have a long hind toe to wrap around anything from thin twigs to sturdy branches. Now here we see the toes to catch the prey what it hunts. For example, the bird tries to catch the prey of a hen, and the hen can also fly and it can escape very easily, but here the toes are in such a way that once it holds, the prey cannot escape at all. See the front toes and the hind toe. Come on, in the next slide, just we shall learn for what is it made and how is it made. Now here, beaks provide birds with a lightweight alternative mouthful of teeth. Okay, we have teeth, but the birds have beaks, they don't have the teeth. Then, like hollow bones, they are an adaptation for flying. Now, the sharp claws are also powerful weapons. Just if it pierces its claws, what happens? Yes, it will go deep into the skin and the blood oozes, and when it pulls itself, what happens? The flesh also comes out, isn't it? So, it acts as the weapon. Now, the birds of prey have powerful claws called talons, which help the raptor to grab its prey. Most big cats have claws that they use to grip and tear. Now, here the front ones are curved inside from the front, and the behind ones it is curved from back to have a grip at the prey. Now, here the woodpeckers have bodies that are designed to climb up a tree and hammer it. The feet are zygodactyl. Zygodactyl means having two toes pointing forward and two pointing backwards. Zygodactyl means, look here, it has four toes. Two toes are pointing forward and the other two toes are pointing backward. Okay. Now, the tail is long, it is stiff, and this long and stiff tail gives them balance while climbing up a tree, and the strong sharp bills allow them to hammer away at the bark. Now, the perching feet. Perching means when the bird comes to rest on a branch, it needs to have some balance, isn't it? Now, look here, the front toes have a sharp grip to hold it, but the hind one, it is still longer because there may be many things, and this hind toe can. Now, here these birds have three toes pointing forward and one pointing backward. So, each foot touches the perch at 4. That means all the 4 toes touch the perch. That means touch the branch wherever it wants to perch. At separate points, okay, at 4 separate points, so that it has the grip. So, when the birds settle on the twig is very delicate. Yes, the moment the birds try to sit on the twig, yes, due to the weight of the bird, the twig may break. You might be thinking so. No, the twig will not break. Okay, though the twig is delicate, the bones of the bird are hollow. Okay, we'll learn about this in the next class. And as soon as the birds settle on the twig, the toes automatically tighten. Okay, then how do they tighten? Due to the muscles in the legs and the feet. And similarly, when the birds want to fly, now the tightened feet should be loosened, isn't it? So, when the birds rise up, the toes loosen their grip automatically and the birds fly. Once again, now here the birds have 3 toes pointing forward and 1 toe pointing backward. Okay. Now when the birds want to settle on a twig, the toes will tighten automatically due to the muscles in the legs and the feet. And when the birds rise up, it looses. What looses? The toes loosen automatically, and due to the loosened grip, they try to fly high in the sky. Now here is another slide showing to hold the tree branches. Now what we do is we hold the branch of the tree with front part with the forefinger